One of the most creative passers in the history of the NBA, Steve Nash, is laced up and ready to go as we await tip-off.
One of the league's best ever dime droppers. When he sets you up, it's a matter of simply catching and finishing.
This is Kevin Harlan here with Clark Kellogg. Cheryl Miller is our sideline reporter. And now, as we're about set, T-Mobile presents the starting 5 lineups. Well, it's time for the tip-off. Let's get underway. The Hornets control the tip-off and will get this one started. Here's West. Scores the opening field goal.
West possesses a deadly mid-range shot. Sag off him for just a second. He'll stop and pop right in your grill.
Nash can't hit from the low block. Time for the Gatorade Around the Cooler update. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Cheryl Miller. Cheryl?
Thanks, Kevin. Before the game, I spoke with Byron Scott, coach at the Hornets. I asked him about his game plan, and he told me he trusts his team on the offensive side. He knows they'll work well as a team and always makes the extra pass on their own. He said his only concern is making sure they buckle down on defense.
Thanks, Cheryl.
They say defense wins championships, and that's true, but sometimes the best defense is great offense.
Dumps it inside. Stoudemire pulls the trigger. Gets the post shot to fall.
Stoudemire has great offensive awareness. He just always seems to find a way to get his shot off.
To Stojakovic, takes the shot. West keeps it alive.
Snares the offensive rebound, then sends it home.
Leads him with the pass. Shaq rips it down off the beautiful pass.
Nash threaded the needle with that pass and got it to his man for the inside bucket. That's a nice feed.
West takes it up. It's blocked.
Oh, tried to go over the taller man and paid the price.
Here's Hill. On the mark with the triple.
They're not going to run that play very often, but hey, they'll take it. Way to notch that three.
Passes it to Chandler.
He wasn't thinking at all on that pass. That's what you call bad decision-making.
Oh! Let's check out that replay with the Sprite Slam Cam.
That's big time there. The wind-up and then the jam.
Asia inbounds the ball. Under 5 minutes left in the first. Baseline. Backs in. West. Smacks the net.
West is brilliant with the mid-range jumper, especially when he has that kind of daylight.
Dishes to O'Neal. 6 seconds to shoot. Stoudemire lets it go. Off target with the free throw line, Jay.
Really not enough defensive pressure there to force that miss. He's got to be disappointed. Pure man-to-man on D.
The lob to Shaq. Takes it up. Can't connect. Chandler has picked up his first foul of the game. Clark, when the Phoenix Suns acquired Shaquille O'Neal a season ago, it changed the footprint and the fingerprint of this ball club. How can they improve with a brand new coach on what they did last year and get these last 2 years of O'Neal to have real meaning? He knocks down the first one. Peterson is in at shooting guard. Clark, when you think of Phoenix, you think of Steve Nash, the 2-time MVP, and the addition of Shaquille O'Neal last year. Now they've got a new coach. Where's this team headed?
Well, that new coach is Terry Porter, who had some success in Milwaukee, but the direction of this Phoenix Suns team has drastically changed from high-octane offense to still wanting to be effective offensively, but there's certainly more of a defensive focus, which should bode well for them in the Western Conference.
Here's Peterson. Goes up. Gets the bucket and the foul.
West was lucky to make that one. I know they can get better looks than that.
One of the bright young teams in the NBA from last season, the New Orleans Hornets, led by David West and, of course, the incomparable Chris Paul. This team would seem to be on the rise, Clark, and maybe a finalist in the NBA.
Well, they'll be right there. They had a terrific year last season. They've got all of their main pieces back in place, but it's always harder to stay at the top than it is to climb towards the top. But they've got good pieces in Paul and West in particular.
Coach Scott signals for a timeout. Chandler inbounds the ball. About 3.5 minutes left in the first quarter. To Peja. The 10-footer. Peja is on it.
You've got to keep them off the glass. Somebody should have boxed him out.
Chandler. Paul hands it off to Chandler. Passes it back to Paul. Spits it down. 4 assists by the 4-year man out of Wake Forest.
Excellent anticipation there, Kev. He placed that pass perfectly.
Gets it on the low block. Shaq backs him down. Amari feeds it to Nash.
That's simply what a superstar does. He can make the most difficult plays look silky smooth.
Peterson tosses it up, trains it from just inside the three-point line.
The defense was slow to set up there and as a result got burned.
To Stoudemire, pulls up from the elbow. It counts. Chandler inbounds the ball. 2:02 left in the first. Leads him in. Here's Peterson. And they call goaltending. They'll give him a bucket. The Hornets will make some substitutions.
Substitution on the court.
Backs him down. Dishes it to the perimeter. Nash. O'Neal snatches down the offensive rebound.
When you don't box out, you get your feelings hurt.
To Nash. Shoots. Off from three-point land.
With nobody around, he can't get it to fall. Won't see that very often, folks. The refs are not going to let you just mug the ball handler like that. That's an easy call for the official.
West passes it to Daniels. Posey releases, does not get the go-ahead bucket.
I'm surprised he missed that three. The defense was very fortunate.
Nash is called for the charge, and that's his first foul.
Easy call there. He moved his feet, anticipated the drive, squared up to the offensive player. That was clearly a charge.
Barnes is in at small forward. West inbounds the ball. Passes it to Peterson.
I'll tell you what, Kevin, both teams have been on a tear. This could be a very high-scoring game.
Deflects the pass, but it's snagged by Nash. Backs in. The feed to Stoudemire.
Kicked it to the right guy at the right time. That's a good pass.
46 seconds left in the first quarter. Peterson. Stoudemire grabs the rebound.
Richardson knows all the defensive angles, and it showed there. That's an excellent stop.
To O'Neal. Nash shoots it up. Great D. Feeds it to Posey. 1 second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Takes it up. Grabbed inside by Richardson.
Peterson looked a little awkward and off balance on that layup attempt. He's definitely disappointed with himself there. Nash kind of got lost in the shuffle, and as a result, he bagged the open inside shot.
Peterson got it up. We've reached the end of the first, and it's a barn burner. Still close, though, 21-19. The Suns with the slight lead.
They've been very active with their hands going for steals. They've really been disruptive on defense. But they've got to do a better job of glass eating at both ends. They're losing the battle of the boards, and that's got to be a concern.